این غده سرطانی از هنگام آغاز مرحله‌ای رشد کرده.
He pledged, quote, there will be no...
In the summer of 2025, the world held its breath. What began as a targeted airstrike quickly escalated into a full-scale regional war. For 20 days, the Middle East was on fire, and the world watched as Iran and Israel traded devastating blows. Day 1. Israel launched a preemptive strike on Iranian nuclear facilities deep in Natanz and Fordo, claiming intelligence of an imminent threat. Within hours, Iran retaliated. Over 300 missiles rained down on Tel Aviv, Haifa, and Dimona. Hezbollah in Lebanon and Houthis in Yemen joined the assault, turning the conflict into a multi-front war. As the region ignited, global powers took positions. The U.S. deployed naval strike groups to the Mediterranean and Persian Gulf, intercepting missiles and bolstering Israeli defenses. Though avoiding direct combat, Washington provided real-time intel and resupplied Israel with Iron Dome interceptors.
Iran has been using this rhetoric of destroying Israel, but I think we need to be a bit careful distinguishing between rhetoric and reality.
Moscow condemned the Israeli strike, calling it a violation of sovereignty and increased military presence in Syria. While avoiding direct involvement, Russia facilitated Iranian logistics via Iraq and Syria. Beijing called for de-escalation, concerned about oil supply disruptions. Quietly, China increased oil imports from Iran, helping Tehran withstand sanctions and finance its war effort. Divided, cautious.
This issue in order to get a recognition as a regional power in the Middle East.
The way to understand Iranian foreign policy is that they claim to be, quote unquote, the leader of the Muslim world. They try to formulate this sort of rhetorical campaign that can resonate with the average citizen in the streets of the Arab Muslim world, where they say, we are the defender of the weak. We are the defender of the Palestinians.
Saudi Arabia strengthened air defenses, fearing Houthi spillover. The UAE mediated behind closed doors, worried about economic collapse. Turkey condemned Israel, but stopped short of military support. Qatar offered to mediate, opening channels with Washington and Tehran. By day 10, over 5,000 people were dead, cities reduced to rubble. Oil prices soared to $180 a barrel. The Strait of Hormuz was partially blocked by Iranian naval mines. The world economy shuddered, markets plunged, energy crises loomed. Europe entered emergency talks to release strategic oil reserves. Civilians paid the highest price. In Gaza, over 2,000 deaths. In Iran, dozens of air bases and power plants struck. Hospitals overwhelmed, a generation traumatized. Back-channel diplomacy intensified. Oman, Qatar, and France led negotiations. Russia and the U.S. communicated indirectly to prevent nuclear escalation. On day 20, a UN-brokered ceasefire was declared, but the damage was done. The war left scars deeper than destruction. Iran's nuclear program was delayed by years. Israel's security doctrine was hardened, but its cities vulnerable.
כאילו אני עדיין לא מעכל מה שקרה. זה ממש עצוב.
Israel said it started the war in an aim to take out Iran's nuclear program, claiming Tehran is developing a nuclear weapon.
We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear weaponization program.
The IAEA can guarantee through a watertight inspection system that nuclear weapons will not be developed in Iran.
Then, on the 22nd of June, the US carried out airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities, including an underground uranium enrichment center. Trump claims Iran's nuclear sites were obliterated, but US intelligence now suggests it only set the country's nuclear program back by a few months.
نفس این جنایت و حرمت شکنی بی‌پاسخ نخواهد ماند.
A day later, Iran responded by launching ballistic missiles at the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, the largest American military facility in the Middle East. The launch was signaled well in advance, giving US and Qatari forces time to intercept most of the projectiles. No casualties or serious damage were reported. Shortly after, Donald Trump announced a phased ceasefire set for the 24th of June. Around the time the truce was set to take effect, Iran fired a final wave of missiles that again hit the town of Beersheba, killing 4 people. Israel accused Iran of violating the ceasefire and struck a target in Tehran, but refrained from further strikes following a call between Benjamin Netanyahu and Trump.
They violated it, but Israel violated it too. As soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
In 12 days of war, at least 50 impacts were acknowledged across Israel, and 28 people were killed according to official figures. The Iranian Health Ministry says Israeli strikes on Iran have killed more than 600 civilians.
Subscribe for more real-time geopolitical insights and documentaries.